Repressing product is always so exciting for me. It means that I've done so well with my progress in things, and today I have 5 products that I'm going to be repressing with you today. So a lot of these things, well, all of these things are in project pans, and I've done so well. So you can see this is, I mean, almost gone. Look at this. There is the tiniest bit of this left. This is a Franken of 2 shades from my Soph X Revolution palette. It's rosewood and mug cakes mixed together to make this brown. But as you can see, it's pretty hard to get in there right now. I want to repress this in the middle, just hopefully to give it that last little push. I'm going to be repressing my Zoeva Cocoa Blend highlight as well. This isn't too bad. I can definitely get my brush in around it, but it would just be easier to have it all condensed again in the middle. I am going to be repressing the shade Bon Fresco here in my Pan That palette. This is definitely getting very, very hard to get my brush in. So again, putting it all in the middle is just going to make it so much easier to finally use this up, hopefully this month. The next product is my Too Faced Born This Way powder. You can see the massive pan in this. This is ridiculous, but this is also going to be repressed because again, my brush is so big, it's struggling a little bit. And then the final product that I'm repressing is this shade here, which is called Pillow Talk from my Carnival XL Pro palette. Again, such a huge pan means my brush is struggling, so we're gonna help it out a little bit today. But just before we do jump into this exciting video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I am gonna split this video up into shorts as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But I'm so excited to finally get a new lease of life on these products. I'm going to talk you through my techniques, how I do things, some frequently asked questions to some of these videos that I do. I'm so excited because I'm so done with struggling with these things. So finally, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So I think I'm going to start with my Too Faced pressed powder, and this again is what it looks like now. I did have a big chunk of this fall out, which is so frustrating, and that is kind of what prompted me to repress this or want to repress this, just because it's getting so thin on the outside here that things are starting to chunk off, and that is not good. So the way that I like to do this is I get my pointy little spatula and I just start scraping all of the product. This is like the most satisfying part of this video for me. I absolutely love just breaking things up. Oh, so you're going to want super, super fine chunks in this product. So you're just going to keep going, keep smushing all of this up, which I'm not complaining about because I find this so therapeutic. I don't know, there's something about smushing up makeup that is just so satisfying to me. But the finer this product is, the better it's going to repress. So take your time with this, enjoy the moment. Look how satisfying this looks. Are you kidding me? I love this. So I'm gonna scrape everything into the middle a little bit. And I feel like this might be, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe like an industry, like a small beauty industry secret. Because I was watching some of Shan XO's declutter videos this morning, and she said so many times like, oh, I'm gonna have to get rid of this product because it's smashed or it's broken or something like that. But like, you can just repress it. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Okay, so now that it is all smushed in to the middle, I'm going to use my rubbing alcohol. So I do keep it in this kind of pipette bottle. But this is the specific rubbing alcohol that I use. You can find it on Amazon, and this is 70%. You can use anywhere from 70 to 90%, but I do find that the higher up you go, the more dry the product gets. So a lot of people have asked me in the past if rubbing alcohol changes the consistency or changes anything about the product. If you go for 70, I'd say no. But if you go up towards like 90, 99 even, like that's dodgy. I would be careful with 99. I've never had anything change on me really noticeably at all. So I think you should be absolutely fine with 70. And I'm just going to start mushing it around. I think because this is a powder, it wants to like absorb it a lot more. So I'm going to have to add way more alcohol to this. You want to get it all mushy. And again, really try and keep it fixed to the middle of this compact, because the whole reason we're repressing this is because we don't want it on the sides, we want it in the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to take some paper and I'm just going to put it on top and just press this down. I don't want to press it too firmly just because I don't want this to be so firmly pressed that it's impossible to finish. I've made that mistake many a time before where I've just like really pushed down and it's just impossible to finish. It has like no kick up. It's almost impossible to use because nothing comes up because I've just pressed it way too firmly. So I'm going to be very conscious about that. I'm just putting like a firm tap, you know, I'm just firmly tapping it. I'm not like super firmly pressing it at all. And this is what it looks like. I'm so happy with that. It's a little bit messy on the sides, but that's fine. All that product will be used in the first few uses of this powder. Now that it is repressed, I'm going to go around the sides again a little bit just to make sure that it is absolutely pressed down to the compact. And there we go. Look at that. I'm so happy with that. This is going to be so much easier to finish off now. And now let's do the same with the other products. So now I'm going in with this teeny tiny eyeshadow. I can't believe how little of this is left. I'm going to be very, very careful not to spill a bunch of this because it is such a tiny product. I do want to keep as much of this as possible. This is in a project pan and this will be 2 empties when this is gone. Just because, like I said in the intro, this is a Franken of 2 separate eyeshadows. So that is going to be even better for me. I use this shade in my eyebrows every day, so I only use a teeny tiny amount of it. But still, I do want to finish this quite soon. I have been using this as an eyeshadow as well quite frequently because honestly, I'm just getting impatient and I'm only going to need the tiniest amount of alcohol in this because there's just nothing left. And once again, I'm getting some paper and this time I'm using an eyeshadow press just because it's easier and it fits perfectly. I got this on Amazon as well, so if you were looking for something like that, you can find it pretty easily. And look at this. That is so much better. I can actually use this product now. Who'd have thought? And there really isn't much left. So that is going to be gone very, very soon. How long do you think? Leave your thoughts and predictions down below. I think maybe like 1.5 months and that'll be gone. I did have some spillage there, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's move on to my Zoeva highlighter. So I probably could have left this a few more months, but I just thought because I'm doing a big repressing session now, I might as well just put it in with all of these, saves me waiting, and I can just get it done now. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Powder. I'm not going to put too much force onto this. I'm just, again, kind of firmly patting it, not really pressing too much, just very casually, because again, I don't want this to be an absolute rock. I remember, what was it? I repressed an eyeshadow, I think, and it was just ridiculous. It took me about 3 times the length of time to finish it than it actually should. Just because I was very confident, clearly, when I was repressing that. I must have been in a bad mood or something because I pressed that so firmly and it was just a nightmare. But this is what it looks like now. I'm very happy about that. I'll just clean out some of the sides here. Here we go. Beautiful. And the best thing is alcohol is also an antibacterial, so it's also cleaning your makeup. When that dries, I will get rid of all of that. Oh, it's kind of leaving now though, actually. I can just make that look a little bit more tidy. There we go. Beautiful. Let's move on. So I think I'm gonna do Bon Fresco next. I'm gonna flip this just so I don't blind everyone. I did film my Pan That Palette update yesterday, and I've said this is going this month. This will be done this month. All the products on the side is just so difficult to get to with a brush, especially in a square pan. I thought it was hard enough in a round pan, but no. Square pans are even more difficult, so this definitely needs to be repressed in the middle, and hopefully very, very soon it will be completely used up. This will be my second empty shade in this palette this year, but I have been working on this palette for a year and a half now, so I really do not want this to be coming into 2025 with me. That is so scary to say, 2025, ugh. I do like to be quite heavy-handed with the alcohol as well. I don't know why, I just find it satisfying because I can always just kind of drain it out with the tissue. The tissue does pick up a lot of the excess alcohol, so you don't really need to be that careful, I found. As long as you don't absolutely drown it, I'm sure you'll be fine. Here we go. I'm just going to press it. Again, square pans are so difficult to try and press. It's just not like a natural shape. So I'm going to try my best just to take up any excess alcohol in here. This is why I don't like square pans. It's like smushed up. No, I didn't want that. But these pans are so small, I can't even get my finger in there. So I think that's just going to have to do. To be honest, it is very smushed up, but hopefully it will be a lot easier for me to finish very soon because now it's not all stuck to the sides. So hey, beggars can't be choosers. And speaking of square pans, the last one is my Carnival XL Pro. So this is the shade Pillow Talk here, and again, we're gonna do the exact same thing. This pan expansion has actually been absolutely crazy recently. I didn't realize how close I was to finishing this until maybe a few weeks ago. I've definitely been wearing the sides of this product down a lot more than I thought I was because this pan just keeps expanding. There is always something a little bit sad about doing this though, because you do lose your pans. And I mean, it is so satisfying to see pan expansion, but for that loss, you also gain having the ability to finish this a lot quicker. So it swings and roundabouts, you know? Once again, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a bit of a smushed up shade just because of the size of this pan and the shape of the pan. I think they are a little bit bigger pans than the Modern Renaissance, but still, it is so awkward, especially with long nails. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, it's not actually been too bad. So it is definitely smushed up to one side, but I have a good feeling about this. I'm so happy with this little repressing session. So just to recap, this is Pillow Talk. Then we have Bon Fresco here that is all smushed up. That is looking so ugly. But hopefully it only has 1 month left of use, so I don't have to look at it for too long. Then we have our Too Faced powder. This is looking pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. Then we have the Zoeva highlight. This has quite a long time left in it, so it wouldn't surprise me if I end up repressing this again in a few months' time. But for right now, this is definitely a lot easier to use. And finally, I think this is the star of the show. This is my teeny tiny brown eyeshadow. This is going to be gone this month. I'm determined. I'm so determined. It has to be, right? There's nothing left in it. So this is it. I hope you did enjoy this video. Just more of a relaxing one. Let me know, have you ever repressed an eyeshadow or a makeup product in general? I know a lot of people saw my shorts videos and were really intrigued, but they were just like a little bit nervous. So hopefully I've cleared up some things in this video. I would 100% recommend it, especially if you're trying to finish makeup. It makes life so much easier. So yeah, give it a go. But this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.